All right, and welcome. This morning we have Tesla and the Gigafactory in Texas leaking the Cybertruck, Mini going back to the future, electrifying old heritage cars in its plant in England. Ford having trouble keeping up with demand for the Maverick. 100,000 pre-orders is a lot. And finally, is this the end of the internal combustion engine for Lamborghini? All that and more is to come today on Daily Car News. Okay, first we go down to Austin, Texas at the Tesla Gigafactory, where the Cybertruck has been leaked online on Twitter. We are seeing some photos from inside the design studio that looks like that's where they're designing the Cybertruck from now. The Cybertruck looks a little smaller than before. We have a gigantic windshield wiper, not the laser windshield wipers that Elon had teased some time ago, side view mirrors, and a different wheel package than we saw in the past. If you remember with the original Tesla Cybertruck, there was this sort of plastic molded wheel cover. That's not to be seen in the new prototype. Now, we are a couple of days ahead of the Tesla Q4 earnings call. Maybe they're going to be releasing the Cybertruck in its all new glory then. So I'm excited to see what's around the corner from the Silicon Valley based company. But so far from what we're seeing with leaks online, this thing is changing a little bit. It's a little smaller, and hopefully all of this is to help speed up production for us here in the United States. Now, the Gigafactory in Texas is where they are planning to build this Cybertruck. So I'm excited to see that it is there, it's at home where it's going to be built, and hopefully that speeds things up in the next months and years to come. Now, in other Tesla news, Tesla is entering Turkey. The Silicon Valley-based company has started in the United States, went throughout North America, famously went to Europe, and then the Gigafactory in Shanghai is serving Asia and the other Pacific Islands and also Australia. I'm wondering if the Tesla in Turkey is going to be taking from the Gigafactory in Berlin that will soon be shipping out orders. I think some Model Ys have been spotted there online. So I'm interested to see where they're going to be going to produce the cars for Turkey in. But it's interesting and also really good to see that Tesla is expanding to be a more global car company because, of course, we want electric vehicles everywhere, and Tesla has shown that they can take the lead in terms of electrifying the future. So props to Tesla in Turkey, good luck, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep an eye on you just to see what is around the corner. Now that takes us to Berlin. 160 Model Ys have been spotted at the Gigafactory in Berlin. This is interesting to see. I'm very excited. The Model Y, the smaller SUV, based on the Model 3, is Tesla's most popular vehicle by far, and it seems perfect for European roads. So the Gigafactory in Berlin has been open for not too long. I know it is the newest factory that they are making, and I'm excited to see that they are producing cars. Now this takes the load off of the Fremont factory to produce other cars here for the United States, and it shows that the Gigafactory in Berlin is open and ready for business. Tesla is showing that it is still king in terms of production for electric vehicles, and I'm excited to see what is next. The Lucid Air was tested by Inside EVs in their 70-mile-an-hour highway test. This thing did great, 500 miles of range on a single charge. Can you imagine that, 500 miles of range in your electric car? I don't even get that in my combustion engine car right now. This is incredible to see Lucid go ahead and push the boundaries, push what's possible in terms of electric vehicles and batteries, and I hope that other electric vehicle companies are soon to follow. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. We're going to link everything down in the description below for you to go ahead and see what Inside EVs did, why they chose 70 miles an hour as their test, what they did, and why they did what they did to make this as fair and scientific as possible. Again, the Lucid Air, 500 miles an hour, or 500 miles per charge. I mean, this is incredible to see, and I'm excited to see what other companies do in terms of pushing their range and pushing their cars to the limit. And now it's back to Western New York, where GM is building a new factory to build electric motors. They're investing $154 million in this new company to build stators and rotors and other components for their electric vehicle fleet, and I'm excited to see how seriously GM is taking this. If you really think about it, electric vehicles don't just pop up out of nowhere. You have to build the things to build the things, and this is signs of that. Western New York is great. I know that some other companies have facilities there producing batteries, so to see GM investing in communities to build electric vehicle components is really nice, and it's also showing how serious they are in terms of electric vehicle production. We're going to be keeping an eye on this, and I hope to see more to come in the next weeks and months. All right, from electric vehicles to infotainment systems, Porsche is unveiling their new infotainment system that'll be standard in the 911, the Taycan, the Panamera, the Cayenne models. This is the 6.0 PCM system. Everything from native apps that will be installed and a little faster infotainment system is expected. This thing looks great. The rendered photos that we're seeing online show huge touchscreens all over the dash. It's good to see that Porsche is innovating again and again and showing us what they can do in terms of making the car more comfortable and easy to use on the inside. We know Porsche is great at producing some of the best cars on the market right now in terms of performance, and I'm excited to see what they're doing, pushing the boundaries on the experience inside the car as a driver and passenger. Now we go from Germany to the UK, where Mini is going back to the future. Mini, the iconic British brand, has gone from producing tiny little cars that were just the greatest things to being produced by BMW. And the cars kept their flavor, a little bigger, and now they're showing what matters to them is style and also electrifying the past. So what they're doing is they're taking orders from owners to take old cars from the 60s and the 70s and retrofitting them with electric motors and electric propulsion, and of course building everything around that. So this is exciting to see. It'll be done in their home base in Oxford in the UK, and I'm excited to see what Mini can do in terms of electrifying the past. I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on this. These cars are going to be great. They're super light. They're going to be making something like 90 kilowatts. That's 121 horsepower in a car that's tiny and light. This thing is going to be like a go-kart, and we're expecting 0 to 60 in 9 seconds, which isn't too bad when you think about the fact that the car is going to be like 50 to 60 years old. So super cool to see this. The program is called Mini Recharge. Very excited. Mini, good job on you. I hope we can get one here in the United States in the studio to test. This thing is going to be a blast, and I'm excited for it all. And now back to America, where Ford is having trouble with demand for the Maverick. The Maverick is the new small, hybrid, front-wheel drive, urban pickup truck. The pickup is one of the most popular segments in the United States of America, and this shows 100,000 pre-orders, 13,000 have been made and sold, and Ford is saying no more. We're going to produce what we have, produce what we make. We're going to take pre-orders later in the summer for the 2023 model year, but that is it. Now they're going to be producing these things left and right. We have a hybrid version coming up. We have a EcoBoost version available, and this is amazing. It's $20,000 starting price for the new Maverick, and I think that's great. Something that is affordable and accessible by almost anybody. This thing is, it's a pickup that can, store a lot of stuff. What do you get a pickup for? To use it. And so I'm excited for people to finally get their cars. And, it shows the demand that even Ford, the mighty Ford, have to say, hang on, let's take a break. We're going to produce some things, and then we're going to go ahead and take orders a little later. So hopefully they will open up orders later this summer for the 2023 model year. And now one final jump across the pond to Lamborghini. Lamborghini is, we all know Lamborghinis, right? We've all had posters of Lamborghinis on our wall. Everything from the Countach, the Diablo, the Murcielago, and the Aventador. These amazing and powerful supercars were always known for their loud noise. But now, apparently, Lamborghini is saying goodbye to the internal combustion engine. Now, this isn't going to happen overnight. It'll take some time. But I'm eager to see what Lamborghini is going to do next. They're still a supercar company. I hope so. And they haven't shown any interest in doing anything different. So I wonder what they're gonna do to make up for losing the noise, losing the theater in their cars. Are they gonna make something completely ridiculous? Are the doors gonna go up and down like the the Tesla Model X? But I mean, I guess, if you think about it, the Lamborghini doors have always been super flashy. So we're gonna see what Lamborghini has coming up for us around the corner. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do, but it looks like the last pure gasoline car Lamborghini will make will be released in 2022. So after that, it'll be hybrids, and then we're gonna see what happens after that. I am a fan of EVs myself. Personally, I think they're really cool, but I think it's a little sad to sort of lose the noise. I think in the perfect world, we commute EVs, and then we have super loud, super awesome heritage cars that just make us feel good. That's sort of the thing with us car guys. We love engineering, we love innovation, we will get our hands dirty, taking things apart, all in search for a feeling that none of us can really explain. So I'm excited to see what Lamborghini can do. They've done great things in the past, and I'm sure they're going to do great things in the future. And maybe we will have another amazing competitor in the electric supercar market. So thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Gary Fasalvo. This has been Daily Car News. Please go ahead and leave comments down in the description so we can change things and grow things here for you. We're going to be uploading all of the links online in the description, so that way you can read more from the test with Lucid to the Lamborghini and the last internal combustion engine, and of course Mini electrifying their fleet. If you can do that, you should do that. So go ahead and read everything down below. All of our social media handles are down there. Again, my name is Gary. This has been Daily Car News. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you tomorrow.